Hello guys, welcome back. It's Lauren here.
And Sam.
And we are Flossabilities, Flossabilities Designs. And we are back with a new video. Woo!
First of the year.
First one of the year. It's February the 8th today.
Yeah.
Cold winter's day here. It's about 11:30 in the morning. Yeah, so we're just back. We've got a lot to show you today. Last time you saw Sam, I think, was Halloween's video.
Yeah, it was a trick or treat town.
Trick or treat town.
Halloween pillow.
Oh, Halloween pillow. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then I did one with Mama in December. We've made a decision, like an official decision, that we're going to do a video every 2 months. So this is the first one of the year, and then there'll be one in April, June, August, October, and December. And we started it in that way because we think we're hitting probably like the fun days, like like happy Valentine's month for this one. So we've got some Valentine's themes behind us, and we're back in April when it's Easter and spring. So what have we got today, Sam? We've got quite a bit, haven't we?
Yeah, got some admin first, haven't we? Some good news. Some
good news and some information, shall we say, on, because we're not experts, but on this whole GPSR thing. So we just thought that it might be helpful to many people who've seen this GPSR thing banded around Instagram, like what is that? Yeah. You know, so we've done some research to help everyone. If it's something you're not interested in, you can always skip forward. We are also showing 2 new designs today, which are already out. I've shown them on Instagram, but I know not everyone is on Instagram. And then after this video with Sam, I've done my own video of personal stitching. I didn't want to bore Sam.
Subject me to that.
It's like 38 minutes long. The poor bloke would have been just sat there like this. So you're here for the good bit at the beginning.
Yeah, the exciting bits. Yeah.
Right, what do we want to start with? We've got notes here, so sorry if we're looking down. Should we start with good news? Yeah. Let's start. It's always best to start with good news. Last video with Mama, I showed another designer, which was Caroline of Haystack Stitching. Fabulous. Go and check her out. And I did a giveaway for one of her free PDFs. So I pulled a name from anyone who entered, and I love this Instagram. I don't know what do you call it? YouTube handle name. Yeah. The winner of it is Stitching is Elementary. So congratulations if you're watching. My email is below. Drop me an email so I have yours, and tell me which of Caroline's PDFs you would like from Haystack Stitching, and I'll reach out to her and get you a chart. Fabulous. Thank you everyone who entered. That's brilliant. What else have we got? Good news, Sam.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, should I 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So last video in December, I told you that me and Sam had managed to get on with a distribution company called ICG Crafts. They've been brilliant, haven't they? They've been really good. And the amazing GaRon stitchery had picked up some of our charts, and we've been noticing a lot more and more now. There's too many to name, but I know people like Crafty Grimalkin, I think it's ABC Stitch Therapy, there's loads. And as well as normally Talking Dog Stitchery has been with us right from the start. I'll put a list, I mean it's not exhaustive, but of any I know that are stocking our charts right now. But literally this week, I got a text from another Flosstube, just so Sherry, because we didn't even know. She's like, Lauren, you're on 1, 2, 3 stitch.
It's mad that this is how we found out.
I was like, what are we? Oh wait, I've just been, she was shopping, Sherry, she was shopping. She was looking at the newsletter, 1, 2, 3 Stitch newsletter, probably, looking at the next project she had in mind. And we were just there on this newsletter, and I'm subscribed to the newsletter, I just hadn't checked it out yet. And there they were, all our charts. We just
can't believe it. It's
mind blowing.
A proper milestone, isn't it?
Yeah, we just, it's just so many shops have been so kind. And then to see on 1, 2, 3 Stitch, a shop I've shopped for years from, it's just amazing. So anything we show you today, you can actually now, I can't believe I'm saying this, you can ask 1, 2, 3 Stitch. You can ask them, can they order you in a hard copy? And it really does help, guys, because a lot of the time they're probably just taking punts on things, aren't they? They're just
seeing how they do.
Seeing what's on it. But if you really want something, you can ask stockists like 1, 2, 3 Stitch, GaRon, Crafty Grimalkin, all these different places, Talking Dog, and say, I really like that chart, can you get it in for me? And it's that word of mouth that creates that buzz. So it honestly, it means the world to us that people are buying our charts. They're just...
Yeah, we celebrated after that, didn't we?
We did. We had some Bucks Fizz because it was the middle of the week. So, yeah, it was a red letter day, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was amazing. Man.
So thank you very much. What else happened? Oh, you can talk about Yaz's thing.
Oh yeah, Yasmin. So is it Yasmin with love?
Yasmin's made with love.
Yasmin's made with love. So
she's a designer.
Yeah, so Lauren messaged and said, I couldn't believe it. You know, there's someone who's starting a blog. She's well known, isn't she, in the community? Designer. And she wants to do like a designer of the month.
Yes, that's it.
So is this her first one?
Yeah, so she's got her own website, and she obviously sells her patterns on there as well as on Etsy and hard copies.
Yeah.
But she wanted to kind of expand her website to have more like blogs and different things.
Yeah, and it's more about the
so she was like, I want to do a designer of the month. And how great is that? This is what I'm saying. Designers need to like promote other designers,
and support each other.
Yeah, I really do believe in that. You know, and she very kindly reached out to us, didn't she, and said, I'd like to tell your story. So she sent us a questionnaire, we filled it in, and she's put it on her site. I'll put the link to it below if anyone's interested in reading it. And there's even some, I managed to get hold of, Sam did some pencil drawings before we started doing this, and I think Nan's got one and Mum's got one, and they're framed and everything, and I managed to take a picture, and they're horse related. So if you wanted to see some of Sam's pencil drawings, example of Sam's art, before just to show how amazing you are, really. They're really just good,
completely open, you know, self-promotion.
Just well, what else are you doing in your video? But yeah, if you want to see that, and obviously please go check out Yasmin's Way of the Love and her shop, and peruse all the beautiful. She does not only just pattern, Sam, but she paints her own boxes. Oh wow! Then you can buy these boxes and project bags.
Them to be good like presents, wouldn't they? For
exactly, yeah, because they're all seasonal. So she's a woman of many talents, shall we say? So yeah. So thank you so much. That was another amazing thing that's happened since the start of the year. Like we're on 1, 2, 3 Stitch. Yasmin's done a blog. We couldn't believe it. And then, we've made this happen, haven't we, really? Yeah. So me and Sam, we've thought long and hard about it, and we've decided to take part in Needlework Market. So that's not the Nashville one that's happening now. We're not quite at the level of jetting off to America. We'd love that.
Maybe someday.
Maybe one day in our wildest dreams. But there is an online version, basically, of Needlework Market that happens end of August. And it's like the online version, basically. It's run by Bobby and her husband, and they run Needlework Market. So we've decided to take part in that. So me and Sam are busy right now getting ready for that, And in August, what we definitely know, because we don't know what's happening each video in terms of like who's going to be on them, but what we definitely know in August video is that Sam will be here with me, and we will do all our releases and showcase them all, because the whole point of Needlework Market is basically all the shops participating let you pre-order the item, and then it gets sent to them. So it's going to be really exciting, nerve-wracking, busy August, because we've never done it before, so we don't know what to expect. So yeah, we're just going along with everything and just see how it goes.
See what sticks.
Exactly. So yeah, but great news. It's exciting.
Yeah, that is really exciting.
I know. Oh.
Yeah, it just feels like we're part of, you know, we found a place, and you know, we belong.
We're getting there. We've just pushed our way in that little market. But yeah, no, it's I'm proud of us. Proud of us. So yeah, and I think probably the final thing we should let them know about is just a reminder of this. So we're going to go into the GPSR thing in a minute before we show you our new releases, and anything that was basically anything that's on the site now is still. Anyone everywhere can buy off Etsy right now for anything on our site. And just to celebrate Valentine's Day, and just, you know, for the hell of it, really, we're going to run a sale. So from today till midnight, obviously UK time, on Friday the 14th, Valentine's Day, we're going to run a sale and I'll do 15% off all items in the shop. So if you want to grab a bargain, now's the time to do it. And yeah, so just give you an example, we've brought these because they were relative to the season. You know, it's Valentine's Day right now, so our Valentine's Day pillows on Etsy. And again, you can buy a hard copy. This is on 123 Stitch. It's on ICG Crafts, so any needlework store in the world can buy these and bring them in for you. Yeah. And that's the winter pillow. Yeah, very cute. I actually have them displayed like this together. Yeah. In my tree in the other room, because I like the blue and the pink together. Yeah, it looks really cute. Yeah. But yeah, so sale now on. You heard it here first. Right, the dreaded GPSR. Like I said, if you're not interested in this, just...
Do you got a timestamp or something to skip it?
What time? 10 minutes 48. GPSR.
It's mainly affecting people in Europe, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's what it's about, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we've made some notes, so just bear with us. So you may have seen it floating about Instagram, shops going, sorry, due to GPSR, we can no longer supply anything to anyone in Europe. And I was like looking at this and I was like, what is this? Like, do we need to be aware of this? Because we're obviously in Europe, but how many years ago now, roughly? It was a long time ago now. We got out the EU, didn't we?
Yeah, was it 5?
Brexit.
Yeah, I don't know, it was long ago, yeah.
Brexit. Yeah, because at the time, so you remember the word Brexit just was when we left Europe. So the country was about 50-50 split on this. I personally was not happy that we left Europe. This is the first time only I am happy that we've left the European Union when we explain it. Yeah. But GPSR basically it stands for General Product Safety Regulations. So the EU is made up of many countries in Europe. Give examples: Germany, France, Denmark, Spain, Iceland, Spain, Hungary, there's loads. And until a few years ago, the UK as well. Now there's a little caveat to that. So Northern Ireland is part of the UK. I'm just giving everyone a geography lesson. The UK is England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. And Northern Ireland are part of the UK, so they are outside the EU. However, me talking like I know what I'm on about, they did some sort of, the country of Northern Ireland did like a trade de facto, which meant they're not part of the EU except when it comes to trade. Yeah. So this means that GPSR applies to Northern Ireland.
It's because they're on a different island from the rest of the UK, and that island is Ireland, and they have a border, so it's complicated.
Yeah, because Ireland itself is still part of the EU, but Northern Ireland is not, except in the point of trade. We're trying to explain this as best we can. Anyway, so GPSR is a piece of legislation that was brought in from the 13th of December 24. And its aim is to ensure products entering EU and Northern Ireland are safe. Fair dues. Get that? That bit's okay. GPSR applies to non-food, so anything that's not food, and that's a lot of things, consumer products, and extends to new and second-hand products, as well as products that are repaired, reconditioned or recycled. This also includes digital items. So we're like, oh, hang on, our patterns are digital. And basically what the EU have done is said, you need to be able to deem if it's going to enter the EU, i.e. bought by someone in the EU, even digitally, go into their email, it has to be deemed safe to EU standards, okay? Now, they have some requirements for us to do this, which they should know, right? No small business is ever going to be able to meet these small requirements. Yeah. If you're Amazon, you're going to be able to meet these requirements. But if you're Lauren and Sam from the north of England, you're not. So one of them is you have to have a responsible person, which means we must have someone in the EU or Northern Ireland that's an economic operator or a responsible person, i.e. a manufacturer, an importer, fulfillment service provider, to basically vouch for you that says your product's safe. But we don't have that. We don't have any middle people. Our only middle people is ICG Crafts in the States, and that's for hard copies. So they're not going to be able to vouch. They're not in the EU. And I presume from this, it's not just like you can ask anyone in the EU. It has to be someone of this, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like manufacturing
standing. Yeah. And we have no need for that because our patterns are just digital. So when they're bought on Etsy, so we number one, we're screwed with that option. And then secondly, listing information, info. Etsy responsibility under GPSR includes enabling traders, that's us, to provide the following info on the listing. So the name, registered trading name or trademark of the manufacturer in the EU that's responsible for us, as well as the postal and electronic address. So from a privacy point of view, no Etsy seller's going to want to plaster their address on it. And on top of that, you've got to have the one of this manufacturer in the EU and Northern Ireland, which we don't have. So basically, no shops are able to take on these small businesses the length of time or the financial burden of trying to achieve this to supply to people in the EU, which is really sad. It's sad for the seller, and it's really sad for the people in these countries who want to buy things from Etsy, or it's crazy. Now, you say, well, how much are they really going to check this if it's digital? Well, Etsy, put this out. They've said if it's not deemed safe, if we don't meet that criteria I've just listed out, this can lead to the EU imposing fines, banning or removing product from market. And Etsy states, and I quote, should Etsy receive a notification on, what's that put there?
Is it authority?
Authority that your products are not EAT compliant, we will take appropriate action, which may include removing your... Oh, Sam's phone's going off. Removing your listing and or suspending your account. So we just sadly can't risk that happening. So Etsy obviously aware of this, this thing happening, and you think, well, it's been happening since December the 13th. So what's the solution, Etsy? Well, Etsy are coming up, basically, the only thing they can do at the moment is come up with a solution, which they're hoping to have with us end of February, is basically some sort of toggle or option when we're adding a listing to say that it will not physically let someone in an EU country or Northern Ireland buy our product. So what that means for us is that anything that we add from December 13th, firstly, we can't add it because we can't comply, and Etsy haven't given us a way of stopping, sadly, because we want people in the EU to be able to buy our product, but we have no way of stopping people buying it. So we can't risk someone buying it.
In case they ban us.
Yeah. Now, what the legislation doesn't say is that things like gifts are, like gifts between countries are out of order. So if I was to do a giveaway and I'm not asking anyone to pay anything, I don't think it matters where I send it.
No, as far as we can tell.
Yeah, it's just for purchases. So we're really sorry that we can't firstly add anything. It's affecting small businesses, firstly, for the start of a new year. Me and Sam both work, so it's not the end of the world for us. But there are people whose livelihoods depend on adding to Etsy, and they can't right now because Etsy's been slow to add this function. And the rule's been in place since December 13th, so we're having to wait 2.5 months before we can even add something. Yeah. Anything added before then apparently is fine. That's safe. You can buy them. It's anything added after December. Yeah. What do you think, Sam?
Hopefully, big hitters like Etsy can start a dialogue with the EU that might fix this or find some kind of get around. I don't know. Yeah,
because we don't know if Etsy says got a base in the EU somewhere, they could say, well, we could be the
you
not at the table.
Nearly went over then.
It's going over. we could maybe, they have wrote, we're still getting information through. I don't know what the EU's up to, why they've done this. I mean, I get the whole safety thing, but it just seems a bit it just seems a bit excessive.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they're just trying to promote trade in their own band, like within their own banding, but yeah, sadly for the first time ever, I'm happy to be out, which is saying something, because, you know, I've been speaking to other floss tubers that are in these countries we're discussing, and they just can't. They're struggling to buy things. They can't buy things. Yeah. The shops won't sell to them. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So what does that mean for us? That means that the patterns we're going to show you today are not going to be on Etsy. They're not going to be on Etsy till the end of February. Now, I am on Instagram, kind of on behalf of me and Sam, really, and I will post on Instagram when these are finally on there. Yeah, I always forget to tell you this, guys, but my Instagram is below. I got hacked many years ago, so I had to start all again with followers, and Instagram I use heavily to show new designs, you know, my own stitching, corrections, little announcements. So if you enjoy Flossability Designs and watching me and Sam, I'd really appreciate if you went, you know, after the video and found us on Instagram, and I'll post when it's on, and obviously we'll let you know in April's video as well. We'll remind you, but right now you can only buy these as a hard copy, so you'd have to ask your L&S. So really sorry, but that's GPSR in a nutshell. Yeah, sad, isn't it?
It's a shame. Hopefully, you know, it seems like such a massive kind of oversight or problem, that you'd hope that eventually something is figured out.
I've heard some people talk about there's like maybe a petition online. Yeah. So maybe we could have a look for that. But yes, it is what it is for now. We have to comply. So we will, begrudgingly. But yeah, so enough of the sadness, annoyance. Should we show them? Yeah. Which one do you want to do first? Oh my God, where's the other chart?
I think I did. I was behind. I did that one first, so yeah, shall we?
This one?
Yeah.
You want to hold it?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so we've just released 2 new designs for spring/Easter. Yeah. They're a bit traditional for us.
Yes, it's a bit more, and I've you know, thought it's nice that we show that, you know, I know someone called us retro, didn't we? And it's nice that we can at least show that we've got a bit.
Well, we said on Yaz's blog, because there's 2 of us, we're not in a box, and I like that. Like you never, like you'll never know what we'll come out with. We just sometimes we'll take a notion where we're like, I want to do something really traditional. I want to do something oldie worldy. I want to do something really retro. And if we want to do it, we're going to do it, because there's so many tastes out there. So we don't mind being known for being like consistently inconsistent. There's no theme. There's the theme, the word of our sentence of our shop.
I guess, yeah.
There's 2 of us, never know what we're going to get. So the first one is Figs and Flowers. Ooh, Figs and Flowers. Isn't that lovely? It's just basically, because we've done a lot of like scenes, so this is just a pattern. You know, it's got a repeating border. Do you want to go like right in, Sam, a little bit? Repeating pattern of basically figs cut in half. Got fig leaves, flowers, and just different motifs repeating. I stitched this one. It was a pleasure to stitch. And then inside we've got this repeating pattern of flowers. And I've got the colours listed down. So if you want to keep holding that, I'll read out some info. So it was stitched by me on 32 count clay/barn grey linen by Permin. I stitched it 2 strands over 2, but I know my prim stitchers, that's just my personal choice. Ladies, gents, if you want to do 1 strand, if you want to make it on a higher count because you want that kind of more prim look, you go for it. I love everyone's versions of everything we do. It's so fun to watch. It was 119 stitches wide by 119 stitches high. And that made ours, because it was on 32 count, 7.5 inches wide by 7.5 inches high. It's only got 6 colours, hasn't it, Sam? So it's got Classic Colourworks Weeping Willow, Gentle Arts Black Raspberry Jam. That's that dark.
That was your find. That's a nice, love the colour.
Black Raspberry Jam is so beautiful in person. The main brown is Portobello, which again is Gentle Arts. Gentle Arts Mint Jubilee for the, let me point out little ones, light blue here. If you face it that way. So like the light blue in different points, that's Mint Jubilee. Gentle Arts Summer Meadow is your yellow. Again, I'm sorry, in the camera you can't really see the colour.
It's like a gold, there we go.
Yeah. sometimes like the light's helping show more, but also then making certain colours look different. So yeah, Summer Meadow. And then finally, this is Weeks Dye Work Pink Sand. And what I'll do, Sam, I'll put over your face, and I'll hold this here, the model of front cover picture.
Oh, right.
Yes, yeah, I'll put a picture here, because then you can see it maybe a bit better than the light we're showing today.
Yeah.
Lovely. But yeah, that's Figs and Flowers. And as we said, we'd normally add it onto Etsy, but we'll have to wait till end of Feb, which is, it's okay. It's a spring piece, and it's almost start spring next month. So, but we love this one.
Well, yeah, like a secret garden inspired, you know, sort of, a bit more traditional.
Someone had said on Instagram, oh, it's just like a therapeutic stitch.
Yes, I like that. Like that. Just
colours of spring, and like I said, it's probably getting very washed out here right now with the light and the grey day, but it's really pretty piece. Yeah, so we hope you like that one.
Yeah.
And the next one, you hold it by this little tag, Sam, if you want. You're right at the top. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. This is Easter Bunnies. So this is, we made it into an ornament, but again, this would be great as, you know, the stitching hoops, you see people stitching hoops, so people make them into ornament using that. So you could do that with this piece or frame it. This again is stitched on 32 count clay / barn grey linen by Permin, stitched 2 strands over 2. It's 62 stitches high and 66 stitches wide. We stitched on 32 counts, so it's made it 4 1/8 inches wide by I think it's 3 7/8 inches high, and this one's all in DMC. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. I brought, I think, are they on top of there? Oh no, I've moved them. I had some circles here. Can you see them? Oh, you're a star. So I actually just bought, kind of cheating, these circles off Amazon. And then I mounted the piece to this one, back in fabric, stuck them together, and that allowed me to put my rick wrap round and the tag. So that was just like a really easy but effective finish. And then I, bless you, I got a bow and stuck that on. And so we've got this really beautiful blue themed hanging ornament. Yeah. And what we thought is, I'll give you examples, it'd be nice on something like this. So I just think that looks really effective. It's really beautiful there, doesn't it? Yeah.
Nice and delicate, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. It's a very delicate piece. So it's just 2 bunnies sharing an egg with a heart over it. We've got some flowers, and we've got blues and yellows and greens in there. But again, this would be on Etsy, but it'll have to wait till end of Feb. So you can go and ask anywhere in the world, your local needlework store, and 1 2 3 Stitch for these charts, and they can order them in from ICG Crafts. They're beautiful, Sam.
Love it. Love it.
Love them. So yeah, so I think that's everything we wanted to discuss.
Yeah. I think that's it.
So if you go on to the next segment now, there's a nice long segment with me, my personal stitching. So if you're interested in that, that's there. And then we'll be back end of April. And I said on this my second segment, I said, I'm not sure. We kind of just play it by ear, don't we? I'm not sure if the next video in April will be you and me on my own.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mum and me, the 3 of us. Wait, it's a mystery. So, yeah, but we, in some format, we'll be back in April and we'll have another design. Oh, I also wanted to mention, I'm not going to say their name for pressure, but we do have a model stitcher on board. Yes. Thank you. You know who you are. Thank you so much. And they are currently stitching our June release.
It's a big help, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a massive help. I've had to learn to let go of the reins a little bit, because we do design as we stitch, don't we, a bit. But if they could just do 1 or 2 a year, along with Mum doing 1 or 2 a year. And by the way, Mum stitched this. She's done an amazing job. So she does help with the smaller designs for us and stitches them. So, because I'm still probably gonna have to stitch about 11 this year. So having 1 or 2 offloaded with other people is just so helpful. So thank you to who you are. And once they've stitched it and everything's done, I'll reveal the names. I don't want to put any pressure on them. right now. But
I get people knocking at the door going,
yeah.
When's it coming?
Where's it going? What is it? What is it? So yeah, no, but thank you to who you are, and we're so excited. That one's for the June release, and I'm currently model stitching one right now for April's release, and I cannot wait to show you this one. I love it so much. But yeah, we're gonna go get cracking. We've got work to do for needlework market already. We've constantly got work to do. But thank you so much for spending time with us, and I'll see you over the next video if you're staying, and if not, we'll see you in April.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later. Bye, bye. Hi guys, Lauren here again on her own. I'm here to film my personal stitching segment. I thought I wouldn't bore Sam with that bit, so I've just done this bit a bit earlier before he arrives. Just have you to myself, really. I miss you all. So I thought I'll do one on my own, start of the year, and I really want to, as well as show you our designs each video, I really want to have some personal stitching this year. Last year was such a blur with the model stitching, and it got really stressful, especially towards Christmas. And I realised that for my own sanity as well, that I hadn't done as much, personal stitching. So after the last video, December, with Mama, I have sat down and had to think about what I wanted to do this year. Now, I still will be doing 90% of the model stitching, but as we mentioned in my last video, Mama, as usual, pitch in with 1 or 2 a year for me. And we've also got a model stitcher, again, to help with maybe 1 to 2 a year for me. But I still probably am stitching about 10 or 11 model stitches a year, and I like it like that. I like the control of it, because we do design as we model stitch as well. But I have to make some sort of time in between full-time work and model stitching for personal stitching. So I was having a think, what can I do? And I've come up with a plan. And I'm planning this around basically our videos. So I made the executive decision that we're going to do a video every 2 months. So this is the first one of the year, which is February. And we've chosen them in this order because we think we're landing on the best months really where things are happening. So February, we've got Valentine's, end of winter. 2 months from now, April. So we're in spring, Easter time. 2 months from then will be June, which is just ahead of Christmas and July. And then we'll be doing a video in August, which will be needlework market. And it's obviously end of summer, getting on to thinking about autumn. Then we'll have a video in October, that's Halloween. And then finally we'll have a video in December, which is Christmas, and a good time to wrap things up. So that kind of gave me 2 months before I see you to think, what can I achieve personally in that time, along with obviously whatever design we're going to show you that we must have model stitch. And we are getting more ahead of the game now with it. We're not quite there, but we'll definitely be there, hopefully by summer this year. And so I will always actually already have something model stitched ahead, and so this should get easier. But I'll just give you basically what I'm going to do today. In essence, is a whip parade. I'm going to give you, I don't have obviously a massive pile of whips. I've got a good amount of projects here that are my active whips. I've even got a new start that you haven't seen, and a progress on that. And I'm going to explain to you what my plans are and show you them at where they are now, if that makes sense. So just to explain, so from the last video, December, to now, I set myself the goal of finishing. I'm not doing it in stitches for most things. I'm doing it in like motifs or areas that I think I could get that done. Just so I've touched the whip and I've seen some progress. The goal here is not finishes, it's just mental health stitching and seeing some sort of progress. So by December I can come and say, oh, this is where it was at the start of the year and this is where we are now, etc. So, and I've also cleverly, where possible, tried to pick a whip in between the months. I've scheduled whips to work on in between certain video months, and I've tried to do it as close as I can to the season that the project's about, so that it'll make me feel like I want to stitch on it more. But between December and this video, February, I decided to pick up the Primitive Hare Christmas Carol sampler, which was an active whip, and I started this for Rachel Talking Dog Stitcher's birthday, and it was hashtag Hare of the Dog Cell, my favourite hashtag. And when you last saw it in December, I'd picked it up in October to start it just to celebrate her birthday, and then it was like not worked on. But I literally had one block of this beautiful border done. So I said to myself, right, before the next video, my goal is to get the bottom of that border done. That's all I want to do. I just want to do that. It's a good few stitches, but I did it. I did it. So I shall show you. And here is his like starting point now for the year. I have ironed this. It's just one of those annoying fabrics that creases the minute you touch it. So there, let's fold it over. There is the completed bottom border. And what a border. It's done in this, I'm using the Call For by Isabel of the Primitive Hare. Simply Shaker sample threads, tarnished gold. Beautiful. Really oldie worldy and Victorian, which I love. Now I'm doing this on a 28 count coffee crafts fabric by Megan. She doesn't name her fabrics, so they're kind of one-off pieces, but this one, I don't know if I'll go quite in close, but it's got some, it's opalescence, it's got sparkle, and it's got this kind of almost like antique-y tea dye coffee look, and I just thought that was perfect for this piece. It looked so similar to the front cover. So that's it, that's met its goal. Now, because of how many whips I had, this actually will come out once more at the end of the year. I'll get to that as I'm revealing the plans. But this is the idea behind it. I'm going to set a goal on the project I'm going to show you. And then by that video, you know, where I've slotted it in for, you should see the goal met. And like I said, it's not a stitch amount, it's just an area, because I got to work with what I've got at the moment. That, unbelievably, when you're trying to quickly finish a model stitch, can be quite hard to say, no, just stop, do some personal stitching, get your goal done. So just having that little goal just makes me do it. The other goal I have that I need to tell you about is because this one is the only one that's an all-year goal. So as many of you'll know, see them behind me, I'm an avid Chris Dunn, the artist, fan. He does lots of animals in outfits and scenes, and very Wind of the Willow-esque. And the charting company Pain Free Crafts charts for the artist Chris Dunn, and I have two current Chris Dunn Pain Free Craft charts on the go. So I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna make one of them more of a focus in the fact that it's not just being touched once in the year, you know, in one of these before the video goals. It's actually got a year goal, and that one is going to be simple pleasures. I'll put what it'll look like picture here. So this one you'll see every time there's a video. The page of a Pain Free Crafts chart is less than a hade. It's 3,500 stitches. So I was thinking what's doable. So what I've decided to do is that basically there's 2 months before each video. So every month I would like to stitch, this is the only one with a stitch number goal, 875 stitches a month. So that after 2 months, when it's video time, I'll have done 1,750 stitches, which is half a page. So my idea is that every time there's a video, you're going to get to see this project moved half a page forward. And by the end of the year, based on what I've got left of the top row should be finished. So how exciting would that be? We started the year where we are now, or wherever I showed you last in December's video. And then by the end of the year, we have a top row finish of a full coverage, along with all the other, you know, model stitching we've done. How great would that be? So I thought that was achievable, breaking it down like that. So I'll show you where I'm up to this month. This includes the 1750 I've managed to put in this since Christmas. And here he is. So, last time you saw it, I think I literally was, you can see this is like a solid page done, and I'd slightly bled into this page, but look how much has been achieved by the 1750. So this is 2 months worth of progress since the last video. We've got the start of a lantern coming from the sky. We're ending the bale of hay across the window. It's obviously a lot of dark colours at the moment, but still quite confetti at times. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. So the idea is that the next time I see you, this page will be done, because that's another 1750 stitches. And I do go slightly into the next page to avoid harsh lines, so it might never be absolutely spot on. There might be like 4 stitches of a page still to do, but I'm hoping throughout the year as well, where say some miracle happens and I'm like, oh, I'm absolutely caught up, there's nothing more I can do. This is just a minimum goal I'm setting. If I've got random time and model stitching's up to date, then, you know, the game's on. I just pick up what I want and stitch it. But I'm really, really enjoying it. It looks so 3D. I mean, you can see the effects of them behind me. That's Cheese Delivery and Wise Old Owl. And they're finally back out now that Christmas is away. But yeah, what a difference. Just from making myself sit down and get that 875 in per month. And I can do it. Sometimes I say, but I'll do this in one go, or I'll do it in over 2-3 days. And then sometimes I'll go, right, that was a bit hard. Let's do 875 divided by 10 days. And literally I'm putting like 80 stitches in a day. So like, which in half an hour, you know, whatever, I could have knocked out 80. And I says, right, as long as I do that 10 times, I've hit the 875. So it just depends on my mood. So that's simple pleasures. I was going to show you as well, yeah, because we're talking about what I did January to now, I'll just show you, I did get the needlework book of days for Christmas again. And as you can see, I've been a very good girl in January. And every day there's something. And I've just stickered it up with some things like, it snowed on this day, so I put a big snowflake there. But I stitched every day in Jan, and this is where we're up to today, February. This is the, what day are we on here? This is the day we're living in now, so obviously I haven't filled it in. But yes, I've stitched every day in February so far. We're on a roll. We're on a roll, guys. So that's a big tick. My first goal by December to February's video was to get the banner border of the Christmas Carol sampler done, tick, and to get barging through's 1750 done. But that one now carries on. Now after this video, the game's on again. I've got to get 1750 before I see you again. So, what's the next goal? So between February today and April's video, I have chosen to pick up this whip. Easter Bunny project bag. I have these, well, I've got a few of them actually, because the pattern's spread over a few charts, but let me get them out. Right, that's the pattern, I'll show you that. But basically it's this Cricket Collection carrots. And a long time ago now, I'd already done 2 of the carrots. I'd done these 2. Rabbit's Big Day. It's like two bunnies getting married. It's very cute. Amazing design by Vicky Hastings. Got the buttons as well. So I thought, well, what better between February and April to work on some spring and Easter related patterns. So I'm not doing, I don't think I'm doing this guy because I want to keep them two bunnies as standout, but I want to do these. And I've got more in here as well. I've got another, if I can find it. Oh yeah. And these ones. So I want to do them. And then them minus the bunny. So I've got this amazing carrot fabric. It's called Carrot by Weeks. I think it's 30 count. And I'll show you where I'm up to. So this is where it becomes a bit of a whip parade. There's no progress. I'm just showing you where I'm up to, and I'm going to tell you what my plan is. So this is what I've done so far. The two bunnies of Rabbit's Big Day. I've not put any buttons on them yet. I'll do it at the end. Ignore these wavy, waffy lines. I put them in just as a guide to break them up, and they're all breaking, but they're doing enough so I can tell where I need to go. But how cute are they? So yeah, my goal is to get another 2 carrots done. So next time you see you, I'm hoping that 2 more carrots are done on that fabric. And I'll probably pick maybe 2 of these. Don't know which one's calling to me more. The sunflower looks quite easy. Might cheat, do the one of the smaller ones, and then one maybe like this. Love them all. But yeah, that would be nice, work on that. And then, as usual, as I've just said, I'll have me 1750 to work on Simple Pleasures. So that's the 2 projects you should see next video. After that, I've got between April and June to get something else I want done, achieved. Now this is the only time I think it doesn't start working with the season, because I ran out of seasons to work on for that period. So it's a winter piece, but never mind. Between April to June, I started this Waxing Moon Designs Watch It Snow. Please ignore my absolutely rubbish printout now. Watch It Snow. And I'm changing loads of things. I'm doing my own colours. I'm doing it as I go. And I mentioned my partner is actually called Beau, and it says cuddle up with your beau, and they obviously mean just generalisation of a partner, but I'm going to change the spelling to my beau's name because I'm soppy like that. Yeah, so I'm changing some things about. I don't even know if this is going to work yet. It's a complete trial and error. But I'm on a fabric flare fabric called Snowy Days, because I really wanted it to be wintry, a winter piece rather than Christmas, and just really emphasise the winter. And so far all I've done, but completed, is the house. That's where we're up to. The house. So what I'd like to do is by the house at the bottom, there is all these trees and there is some snowflakes. And I would like to do them trees and then work out something with the snowflakes that's going to show on this fabric. So I don't know yet. It's either going to be omit them, or it's going to be change the colour, or get some petite treasure braid and do silver snowflakes. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. It's just a fun piece. I'm kind of changing as I go. But yeah, but next time you see this will be in June's video, and hopefully we'll have some trees and snowflakes at the bottom. How fab with that. And again, on top of that, I'll have my 1750 in Simple Pleasures. So that's that one. But I'll look forward to, you know, bringing these out and be like, oh, what, whose months is it? You get, you know, whose months is it? Who's getting a go? What's next? I'm trying to remember now. June, that was June to, that was April to June. Right, so the next one is June to August. So still in summer, I've got a summary pattern here. This is where I'm going to bring out my other full coverage, Under Eye and Another Pain-Free Crafts, Chris done one. And this is Barging Through. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. Gorgeous piece, lovely summery, kind of all year round piece. And this one's a lot further than Simple Pleasures. So that's why I thought I'd push Simple Pleasures a bit. But I would like to touch this. So between June and August, my goal is simply to get a half page finish on it, 1750. So Longer Barging Through and Simple Pleasures both will have 1750 on it for that month. So another month where I'm just doing a stitch count goal rather than an area. So this is where this one's at. This is one that always looks hideous to show on camera. The sky is all I've done. And you see I got to the tree, so I have got to the end of the piece. This has even been ironed, but it's, you can't see it in the naked eye, but in the camera I can see lines of green. It's so bizarre. I hate showing this one on camera. But anyway, so you can see I've got all them outlines of animals and cars and houses to go in. I've completed the sky and we've got this tree pretty much completed. I think it's going into the bridge now. But yeah, I want another half a page on here. I think I'm just gonna carry on working down this page, to be honest. I'm not sure. But yeah, 1750. Again, this is stitched on 25 count easy guide, and I stitch with 2 strands over 2, which is a bit much for some people, but I love the coverage and I'm willing to persevere a bit with my fingers, but it's not for everyone. It's not for the faint of heart. But that's Barging Through. So that you'll get to see in August video. I've lost its bag. Oh, it's here. Right. What next? August to October video. Oh, here we are. Let's get some Halloween going. So another one I started with Just So Sherry, Sally of Flossy Sews and Grows, Rachel Talking Dog Stitcher. I think it was just us 3 that started it. God, I'm so sorry if there was someone else. Anyway, 3 of us started this, Blackbird Designs, Away We Ride. There was a hashtag. I think it was Away We Stitch. We'll check that. And we started it September last year, to celebrate the start of autumn. And a few people joined in with us on the sale. It was brilliant. So I had a whopping start. I'm doing it on all the colourful colours. 32 count perming. Amazing grey, which is a beige. Always annoys me that. But this is where I got to. Ooh, what a whopping start. What a stitch along. It's like watching along, really. Yeah, that was my start. So my goal between August and October, ready for Halloween's video, because it's a lovely Halloween piece, is to finish the top and one side of the border. So it's not a huge piece, so I just want the top done. And that wasn't as long as the Christmas Carol border, so I thought, come on, Lauren, push it and go down the way as well. So I'm going to try and get the L of a border done for October. We shall see. But that's my goal for that. And again, 1750 on Simple Pleasures. Sorry, it's the old tidy as we go. Sam will be here in a bit to do the first video, so it's going to be a riot as it is. Right, what's next? Right, last one. October to December. I'd run out of whips. Now, I could have started a new one, couldn't I? But the goal is to try and get some progress on things that I want. So I'm going to bring Christmas Carol sampler back out. And my goal is to, it's also a great time of year, you know, it's October, December to bring this up. My goal is to just simply get this black carriage done. Just that whole thing maybe with the bird, which is going to be quite a bit of stitching. Probably, so not even the snow underneath it or the writing before it. I'm just going to have to count and try and get that black carriage done. I think that would be a great goal, great something to work on. So they're my plans. I know for some they may seem very modest for a whole year. And as I said, they're minimum goal plans just to get me to touch it, because I'm trying to just find a bit more of a balance with personal stitching and my model stitching. And obviously, you know, the model stitching would have to come first. It has to, because we can't, personal choice, but we can't release something until we've seen it stitched and framed it or made it into something for its model photos. So it's really important to me that it's stitched and we've made changes. So I always put that first, but it's nice to just have a little goal and say, right, Lauren, we're up to date, we're okay. You know, it's okay, Lauren. Let's just do a day of personal stitching, because some of these goals are literally like 2-3 days that, you know, spread over 2 months between a video. It really, it's not going to do anything for me to take a day off, in essence. So that's what my goals are. And I also have a new start, and the bag was open now. I've just put the thread all over the floor, so just 2 seconds. This new start is a stitchy gift for my friend. I have a work colleague. She knows I stitch. She's not a stitcher herself, but it's her 50th in end of March. I was racking my brains thinking, what can I do for her for a gift? Now, she likes going to the Lakes District a lot. She goes like once to twice a year, and she loves sheep. So I was thinking, oh God, you know, I've already got a lot of stitching, you know, plans this year, but I'd love to stitch her something small, you know, big enough for a 50th. So I had a little peruse on 123 Stitch. I think I had a voucher actually from Mama, so I was buying myself something anyway. I thought I'll just throw these in the basket too. I got 3 little house needlework sheet patterns. This one's piece. Sorry about the glare. This one is Friendship, there we go, and Courage. So I just picked ones that I thought she'd like the colours of, the words mean something, you know, something to our friendship. And you see how they all have like a really pretty border around them. So what I've done is basically pick a colour. I think I picked 610, and I've just done a square and then attach the next square, so I don't have to stitch that line again. I'm just going like that, and that line's already done, I'm going like that. And I'm just gonna have a 3 connected box of the 3 sheep, and I've chose the ones with 1 sheep on their own on each side and one with 2 in the middle. Yeah, and the one in the middle, it says the word friendship, so I thought that would be the best as well, because that's what I'm stitching it about and for a birthday for friendship. So I made a start in January, and I'm stitching this on 32 count summer khaki, and I've done so far this, and I'm really chuffed with that. So as you can see, I've done 1 whole box, so that's completely done. I'm not bothering with buttons, and I've done Courage. I've connected the 2nd box, so I'm ready to put the, you know, the object in it. And then I've just got the 3rd one. So the 2nd one's going to be Friendship, which I think is a bit less stitching than Courage. So yeah, that's going to go in that 2nd box, and then finally we'll put Peace at the end. So yes, it's February the, I think it's the 8th today. So I've got, in an ideal world, I want this done by the end of Feb, and then it gives me like 3 weeks to get it framed. And I'll frame it myself, but I might buy a professional frame measured out for this piece, and then, but yeah, I think it's really, really cute. and I think she'll love it. And I'll just do it in like a really nice kind of pastel springy frame or something, and wrap it for her birthday, and there should be a handmade gift for her 50th, with a topic that she loves, which is sheep. So yes, I think a very productive stitching month all told. And you'll have just seen in the last video, I'd also stitched figs and flowers. You know, it's not a tiny piece. And you don't know, you haven't seen them yet, but I've also got two other model stitches on the go at the moment. So yeah, been a really busy month, but I'm really, really pleased with my progress. I think I've done really well and I've enjoyed it, which is the main thing. So before I let you go, I just wanted to show you a smidgen of haul from Christmas for those that are interested. Mainly because I want to say thank you to a couple of people. And this isn't everything, but I just want to show you some specific things. A couple of minutes. Firstly, I'm going to put a picture up here. I got Mama from Yasmin's Made with Love this All Hallows Eve pattern, and I just wanted to showcase this because Yaz has been so amazing. We mentioned the first segment, and look at this beautiful pattern. I nearly wanted to do it for myself, but I gave it Mama for Christmas. So yeah, just please check out Yaz. She's got some amazing patterns. I'm hoping, Yaz, you're going to bring out that bat. I need that bat in my life, okay? So yeah, you just bring that bat out, everything will be all right, okay? It's not the most beautiful bat. There was like a limited edition with a project bag, and I missed out, so I want the bat. But yeah, that'll be in my shopping cart the minute I see it this year, hopefully. And then Mama, the dark horse. Mama had a go of the old sewing machine, and she made me two grime guards. I think, Mama, I'm sorry, I think I've only got one with me here, but I'll show that one. This is my Beatrix Potter grime guard she made me. Look, at she's done well, and it works and everything. You know, let's see, put it on my head. There we go. Gorgeous. See, it's elasticated. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, Mama. She also, oh, is it in here? Oh, no, it's not. She also, sorry, I'll take this off my head. It must be so distracting. She also made me this project bag. This is her first ever project bag. Look at it, Christmas themed. And she's doing the usual. She does it every year. She makes me up. She's like, oh, it's not right. It's, oh, God, it's terrible. It's like, Mum, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm keeping loads of things in it. I'm always keeping it like a stitchy bag for like my Q snaps and finishing things and all this. But I think she did really well. And I've seen her buy some vinyl, and she's going to keep at it, and she's going to keep going with the project bags and making some for us both. So excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm sure she'll make more. But Mama, handmade gift, lovely. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. So that, yeah, they were right surprised on the day. And then, so my partner bought me this in essence, but it's hard, isn't it, for partners with cross-stitch gifts? So basically, I went on Talking Dog, added some items to my basket, went to Talking Dog Stitchery, and my partner bought them for me. And then when they arrived, I was like, no, you can't see them, I'm going to wrap them. So I knew I was getting this, but I didn't see it till the day. And I got, from my partner, what's it called again? The Expressions Needlework Twisted Christmas Sampler. Because I've seen a few people stitch this. Isn't that fabulous? All the speciality stitches making up this like peppermint effect. I just love it. Absolutely love it. So that's what I asked for and bought myself on something else. And then on the day, open these. Dinky Dyes Twisted Sampler Silks. Thinking, I didn't add them. I said, oh my God, to my partner, did you go back on and add them? Like, did you know what to do with that? I said, no, I didn't add them. I didn't add them. And I realised that Rachel of Talking Dog Stitchery, very naughtily, had just added, just thrown the silks in. You know as you do, just thrown the silks in with my order for this, because she's just such an amazing friend. Rachel, honestly, I nearly fell over. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And do you know what? I was in such a rush. I didn't even notice that this was an option. But yeah, this has got to be a start at some point, because, I mean, how can I not? How can I not? I've got the silks and everything. I don't think I've even worked with silks before. Rachel, I was blown over by your kindness. Thank you so, so much. Maybe this is going to be added into the plans in the end of the year, like, you know, Christmas new start. We get to start the twisted band sampler. I don't know, that's so exciting. And then my partner, we'd actually spied these at the lakes and they'd run out of stock and was devastated. So I went to the Lake District last year. I'm a huge fan of Beatrix Potter. We did the whole tour thing and learnt about her life, and oh, she's just a fabulous woman. And my partner went on, I think it's a company called Stitchtastic. Now I'm a bit worried about showing these because Kayla of Stitch with My Little It is going to be enabled. I'm really sorry, Kayla, you might want to look away now. But she's also an avid fan. But I got all these needle minders from my partner for Christmas. They're made by the Crafty Kit Co, but I think we'd bought them from Stitchtastic. Again, I'll put them in, but how cute are these? This is a Peter Rabbit needle minder. And they all come on this card. They're so strong, super strong. But I also got, these are off because I've been using them, Mrs. Tiggy Winkles. How precious is that? Tom Kitten, sporting a needle, as you do. Tom Kitten, he's one of my favourites. He's absolutely gorgeous. It's so hard to show you. Can you see him? Oh God, he's lovely. I'm also trying not to magnetise my phone at the same time. One of my favourites, Jemima Puddle Duck. And then finally, Squirrel Nutkin. Oh, love them. One of my favourite Christmas gifts. Yes, and that's it. I've got loads of little bits, and there's probably some stitchy things I'm forgetting, but they were the main things I wanted to show you that I thought you might be interested in, and just to say thank you to those who either made or sent me something as a surprise, or to showcase the fabulous Yaz's work. But yeah, that was it. So great, really nice catching up with you guys. I have absolutely missed you. The hardest thing about the 2 months is that I feel really ready to speak with you, and I know I'm just sitting in an empty room, but I do really feel like I'm speaking to you. So yeah, we'll be back in when is it now? April. So April we'll be back. I'll show you my personal stitching. I've no idea yet if it's me on my own, if it's Sam, if it's Mama. I don't know. We all work it out nearer the time. So you never know quite what you're going to get. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I know there's millions of people that you could be sitting with. And yeah, I'll see you all in April. Enjoy the end of winter, and here comes the sun, hopefully. Fabulous. Speak to you all soon, guys. Bye-bye.